Zoran Mamdani has won the New York mayoral election in a sweep, and I'm not going to lie, the extreme reactions from both conservatives and liberals have served as a reminder as to why we keep ending up in these shitty political situations. First of all, conservatives, do you know how fucking ridiculous you sound that y'all believe a Muslim kid who eats sometimes with his hands, who came from Uganda when he was 7, is somehow related to 9/11? Really, bro? And y'all are the same Zionist cucks who wanna blame Muslims for all the problems in the United States, but the moment we mention dancing Israelis, y'all want to close y'all ears and pretend like y'all ain't hear shit. That's interesting. But for my leftist friends, and I know some of you all don't want to hear this, but I need you to hear me out. Are y'all really about to fall for this shit again? Like, okay, congratulations. You guys chose not to vote for the bioterrorist sexual predator in Andrew Cuomo. And the reality is, you guys didn't have really any options, and that's kind of the problem with this shitty political system and those who choose to take advantage of those lack of options in races like these. But I want to be perfectly clear about something. Zoran Mamdani is any and everything but a socialist. Even though he may espouse, he may say some good things that make one believe he may lean more towards socialist policy. But Zoran Mamdani, as the youth would say, does not stand on business. For example, not to sound like the old man yelling at the cloud in the front yard, but back in my day, billionaires didn't celebrate and show up first to stand in line and take a photo with the socialist after he wins an election. They spend all their money campaigning against socialists and democratic socialists. And in no world would you see an Evo Morales or a Nicolas Maduro taking pictures with billionaire globalists that he sworn supposedly to fight. And once again, we shouldn't be surprised by this, because Zoran Mamdani is the same person who said he's going to refuse all billionaire money, but then when billionaires started creating super PACs and donating super PACs in his name, he had nothing to say about it, and the excuse that everyone gave was, well, technically the campaign didn't endorse it. Yeah, but he didn't rebuke the donations either, and I remember. Oh, but there are other examples of Mamdani not standing on business, principally related to the issue that made him the most popular, which is Palestine. For those of you who don't recall, Mamdani was screaming, globalize the Intifada, until those Zionists came after his ass, and all of a sudden it's, I sat down with the Jewish community, I talked to them, and I'm gonna change my language so I don't offend them. Yeah, except for we all know globalize the Intifada just means that you're against Zionist genocide, and anyone who pretends otherwise is being purposefully ignorant. Bernie, another fake-ass socialist, came out of nowhere and was like, Mamdani, you need to go ahead and address that issue. You can't be talking like that about the United. And Mamdani was like, yeah, bossa, yeah, massa. I forgot how to do this fake socialist thing, dog. Thanks for reminding me. I wouldn't be able to do it without you. And he also decided he's going to take calls from Obama and the Hakeem Jeffries and the Chuck Schumers of the world. The very people Zoran Mamdani claimed he was running to challenge. You know, somebody else took a meeting with Obama right before he sold out his entire base. That's right, Bernie Sanders. Yep, another fake-ass Democratic socialist who, ironically, wants to pass time with the Democrats he claimed had policies he wanted to overturn and challenge, while simultaneously calling out actual socialists using the lies of the empire, just like Mamdani did with Maduro, for example. The problem with Mamdani isn't necessarily that he's the worst politician or will be the worst mayor that New York has ever had. The problem is that y'all think that he will somehow be a divergent from the norm. By and large, there seems to be two categories of individuals regarding the support or lack thereof of Mamdani. Those who believe this man is literally the reincarnation of Osama bin Laden, which is absolutely fucking ludicrous, or those who think he's the reincarnation of fucking Fred Hampton. But in actuality, he's Obama. When the lights are bright, he does a lot of talking and makes a lot of promises, and then he walks them back in the shadows of the mainstream, hoping that his Democratic Socialist supporters don't actually see the walkbacks, because it isn't the walkbacks that he posts. It's the revolutionary posts that make his X account. Reminiscent of Bernie Sanders, reminiscent of Ayo CIA, reminiscent of the one and only Barack Obama. But I can't even call the guy Barack Obama 2.0 because he's not really that damn charismatic. He's more like Barack Obama 1.5, and y'all still gonna fall for the same goddamn trick. I'm not saying that the goal was for y'all to go out and support Cuomo. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is stop legitimizing political theater. Stop putting on a show for the cool kids on social media because you want to feel included. Get out there and advocate for policy, ballot initiatives, mutual aid. Stop engaging in the WWE fake pro wrestling bullshit. Because if Mamdani, who was literally busting everybody's ass since the beginning of the mayoral race, can't stand on business while he's winning and there's not really any true political pressure for him to change his mind, how long until he fucks all of y'all over and sells out New Yorkers the moment they actually do start to apply political pressure on his ass? Think, people. We've already seen this movie, the sequel, the third one, the one that nobody really wanted to see after that because they always make that weird movie in between, and then the last movie where no one knows what the fuck is going on because they didn't watch the one before. We've seen all this before. We know how it's going to end, and although he will never be president, thank God, so it won't end in 7 countries being bombed by a winner of the Nobel Peace Prize, it still could end with New Yorkers getting fucked over and cheering for their own demise. Jesus Christ. Can we learn from history just once?